Google Earth contains a built-in global flight simulator that utilizes the platform's existing 3D mapping data to create a high-speed flight environment. This guide covers the specific mechanical sequence required to take off, navigate, and land safely without colliding with the terrain. Accessing these features requires the desktop application, Google Earth Pro. The standard web browser version lacks the physics engine necessary for flight simulation. Once installed, the software provides an unrestricted one-to-one scale virtual sandbox of the entire planet. To summon the flight simulator menu, open the application and press Ctrl-Alt-A on Windows or Command-Option-A on a Mac. For your initial flight, select the SR-22 aircraft. It operates at a lower speed than the F-16, making the controls more manageable for new users. Next, set your starting location by selecting Airport from the drop-down menu and picking New York. This places you on a clean runway environment before you attempt to navigate complex metropolitan skylines. Verify that the mouse and keyboard option is actively selected in the controller settings before beginning. Establishing these environmental settings is a prerequisite for flight. Starting without the correct controller configuration often leads to an immediate crash. The heads-up display translates aircraft physics into readable data. Monitor the top right corner to track your forward speed in knots. The right side shows your altitude and vertical speed. If vertical speed becomes negative, you are losing altitude. The center parallel lines indicate your pitch and bank angles. Maintaining a pitch below 90 degrees is critical. Exceeding this angle causes an aerodynamic stall, resulting in a loss of control. Reading this HUD data allows for intentional piloting based on the aircraft's actual telemetry. To begin takeoff, hold the Page Up key to increase thrust while keeping your mouse centered. Pitch controls are inverted. Pulling the physical mouse backward toward the bottom of your screen lifts the nose of the aircraft into the air. At flight altitude, use the keyboard arrow keys to execute banking maneuvers and maintain directional stability. Level flight requires only microscopic mouse movements. Moving the mouse too aggressively will cause the plane to overcorrect and destabilize. If you lose orientation, press the spacebar to pause the simulation and reset your position. Managing flight is a process of small, deliberate inputs, not forcing the aircraft through the air. To land, line up your approach with a runway and hold the Page Down key to reduce engine thrust. Success depends on speed management. The aircraft must be moving slower than 260 knots at the moment of touchdown to avoid a crash. Press F to extend flaps and G for landing gear. These create the necessary drag for the final descent. Once the wheels touch the tarmac, press and hold the comma and period keys together to engage the left and right wheel brakes. A safe landing is the result of using drag and braking mechanics to bleed off kinetic energy before you reach the end of the runway. With the aircraft fully stopped on the tarmac, you have completed the flight cycle and mastered the baseline requirements of the simulator. For more difficult flight paths, you can return to the menu and select the F-16, which provides a significant increase in speed and maneuverability. You can also begin flights from any coordinate on the map. Positioning the Google Earth camera over a specific house or landmark before launching the simulator will spawn your aircraft directly over that location. To capture unobstructed views of the terrain, press Ctrl and H to remove the green HUD from your screen. These keyboard commands allow you to pilot an aircraft across a one-to-one scale map of the entire planet, using real-world 3D terrain for navigation.